Tristan with Nerdut's Newsstand, and before we even go into this video, we need to talk about a very controversial figure. Or not really, but even so, Frank Miller. Frank Miller is known for many things, and I would be very surprised if you were at this channel and didn't know who he was. But if you don't, he is known for his famous quotes like, "I'm the goddamn Batman." Okay, maybe not so much All-Star Superman or Batman, but Sin City. For his Daredevil, for his Batman, for many, many things. Cursed. Love it. Love so much done by him. Now, he's not my favorite, and I would say the book in question is far from something I really enjoy, and that is Holy Terrible. And it was holy terrible. Chink. Okay, no more bad puns, I promise. But Holy Terror was Frank Miller's reaction to the 9/11 tragedy. Now, do you remember how you felt that day? Do you remember what was going through your head? I do. I remember being in Spanish class in the morning and hearing the most curse words I've ever heard in Spanish from my teacher. I remember in between classes, the second tower falling. I remember having people out of state and being stuck for days. I remember she was my stepsister at the time, living in New York and hearing different things because she was very close in the area. She worked for Ralph Lauren at the time, and it was not good. I remember that feeling of dread and terror as two towers fell. And really, why am I telling you this? Because Holy Terror was Frank Miller's reaction, and he did talk in detail as to why. Now, originally, Holy Terror was supposed to be a Batman story, and honestly, it pretty much is. Holy Terror was his reaction to 9/11 in art form, in the only art form he knew how. He has never, ever gone out there and done anything violent. He has never done anything but honestly apologize for the graphic novel. And if you've ever read it, you understand my pain. But it is basically a Batman and Catwoman story. And the hero is called the Fixer. Yeah, what? The Fixer? And they don't work at the local vet's office. They are a vigilante. And DC denied it, and he still put it out through Legendary Press. Now, with all of that being said, I want you to keep in mind how you felt those days, because it doesn't matter. You know what? Throw it away. Who cares what you think? Right? Right? Oh, wait, no. That totally makes zero sense. Your emotions are now invalid because of one single person. And we're going to take a look at what is going on. This is all about Thought Bubble UK Festival. They do comic conventions every single year, and they get some of the bigger names usually, and Frank Miller was on that list. And Frank Miller deserves to be on that list. Frank Miller is very old. And not only is he old, but he's been through a hard life. So he's older. Yeah, he looks 80, and I feel bad for him. There's a lot of things by him that I really, really respect. One of which was how to do a comic book movie correctly, and that's Sin City. And if you've ever seen it, you know what I mean. It's almost panel by panel shot. And I absolutely fell in love with not only that story, but that was his emotional reaction to living in LA as compared to New York. Everything that he has ever written is an emotional reaction to something. Now, of course, objectively, sometimes that doesn't work out, but this time it did in the form of Sin City. Now, with all of that being said, let's actually take a look at this and let's see what's going on with this situation. Now, you may have noticed I didn't mention the name of who this is, and that's because I don't want to give them free press. Because had you never heard of them before, it doesn't matter now. The only thing it matters for is the fact that they are trying and successfully canceling Frank Miller. Again. Now, a lot of his work lately I haven't particularly cared for. I actually reviewed one just recently. It was like TDS Extreme, but I don't care. I still cherish those old stories that he did as much hell as I give Zack Snyder for stuff like Only Knowing the Dark Knight Returns. I still enjoy The Dark Knight Returns. So that's why I'm not giving this person any free press. You're just not going to get it on my channel. So they came on here to say, hello, I'm here to inform you that blah, 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 blah. And I will no longer be attending Thought Bubble Festival this November. I was excited as a guest in 2020, which rolled over to this year. I have been excited to attend, represent my authors, and share our books and readers for almost 2 years. However, as a proud Muslim woman, I cannot in good conscience attend the festival that deems it appropriate to invite an abhorrent anti-Muslim or platform Frank Miller, a person who is responsible for the propagation of abhorrent anti-Muslim hate, particularly via his work. I would say a lot of comic books at one point or another were propagation of, we saw Captain, I say this all the time. I've said it so many times this week. We've seen Captain America punching Hitler, right? So I would say that all are some sort of propaganda, right? Anti-Muslim bigotry is repugnant and condemnable, yet has become so deeply rooted, so widely accepted in our society. Where do you live? Like, I grew up in an area by Detroit that was 80% Muslim. Where do you live that this is a normal thing? Honestly, I don't understand. Okay. All right. And given a cursory consideration as evidence, once again in this situation, I cannot comprehend how time and time again, festivals and communities within comics espouse values regarding inclusivity, diversity, comics being for everyone, zero tolerance on hate. But all of that is lip service. Thank you, Captain Obvious. I've been saying on this on that channel since day one. Blizzard right now is perfect example of it coming to light and being shown. The way that women were treated there evaporates when they are asked to enact those same values. So what she's saying is, because they say they represent inclusivity, diversity, and comics being for everyone and zero tolerance on hate, that they also have to give up their bottom dollar, because let's be real, Frank Miller is going to make this year for UK Thought Festival more than she would ever make them. Now, I'm not saying she's unsuccessful, because she's definitely not. She's done a lot of smaller crowdfunding projects that have been relatively minorly successful, and good for her. But the whole point of this wasn't that, because we've already seen Holy Terror and Frank Miller himself say he was at a heightened emotional state. He didn't have, he could never write that today, right? And he apologized. But it doesn't matter, because cancel culture isn't about learning, which is what it should have always been about. If you want to talk about consequence culture as compared to cancel, then you need to put you need to put your best foot forward on education. If you really think that he, at that time, was bigoted towards Muslim, then he's obviously learned his lesson. But that doesn't seem to matter. So here's a statement from Thought Bubble. Over the last 14 years, Thought Bubble has grown into an amazing community of comic creators and fans who we love, trust, and respect. Oh, clearly not, because, one woman that will bring in nobody is now ruining other people. And I'm not saying that she shouldn't feel welcome and safe. But that's the issue here. If she didn't truly feel safe, then she should still not go. Because the issue is with Thought Bubble, not with Frank Miller. If she thought that Frank Miller was going to do something, then security and safety protocol are messed up and you should still not go. That's ridiculous. She was fine. She wanted him canceled. She wanted Holy Terror drugged up again. We have let you down, and in our commitment to maintaining Thought Bubble as a safe space, oh fuck, don't use that word, even, like you can use it ironically, but unironically it's so cringy. We have fallen short. We exist to share the art form and its world on people, and if individuals, group, or community feels uncomfortable or excluded from, she doesn't feel excluded. She feels like ruining a man that's worth $50 million, even so. She feels like dragging his name through the mud to elevate hers. We've seen it time and time again. Oh, wait. Actually, I can't bring it up. It would take me forever to find. Do you remember when Mags Visaggio, who's going to be there, said that she was going to hit all straight white men with a baseball bat? She was going to knock their teeth out. Do you remember that? I think every single person that is a straight white male. So Scott Snyder, this is you. Oh, well, no. Mags was your student. Everyone else. Tinian was Scott's student. See, it's so small of a community. Any other straight white male going should say they fear for their life or their teeth or both. But okay. Frank Miller will no longer be attending Thought Bubble. We are deeply sorry, particularly those on Twitter. That's what they mean. Who we should be standing up for the most. We hope that you can give us the opportunity to bada. It doesn't matter because it's not good enough. And they're going to take these criticisms and they're going to throw it out of the window because they're going to say, Comicsgate. I have nothing to do with them. I am a consumer. This is disgusting. And here's the funny thing. She contacted them with ample time, and the decision was made afterwards. They only cared because of the backlash. They don't give a shit about her still. They never gave a shit about her. They care about names like Frank Miller bringing in money. And that's how it should be. Yes, do not. And it's what I do with my channel. Don't compromise your morals and your integrity. Don't do it. But with the same point being made, you also have to be able to profit. And that's okay. There should be no shame in that. Thank you for listening. I'm glad I didn't appreciate it. Would like to stress how disappointed I am. Yeah, it's never going to be good enough. Guess what? Now you will always have this. You will always have this over you. Do you remember that one year when Thought Bubble was going to let, Frank Miller in? Yeah, they're totally racist. They're totally bigots. Stop. It's never going to be good enough. So now he has Holy Terror on your head, and you have him on your head. So you're done. They're done. And this whole fucking thing is stupid because none of you would have a job. Likely, people like Scott Snyder and Tinian. If it wasn't for him, do you realize how much he added to the mythos? Do you realize he's like top 2 or 3 alive right now, next to maybe Neil Adams? Are you fucking John Byrne? Are you fucking kidding me? Disgusting. Some of the most disgusting behavior I've seen in a long time. And guess what? It doesn't matter what I think because any single criticism will be xenophobic, right? Okay, so whatever. Shut the fuck up. Ridiculous. I would never attend there, nor could I. It's in the UK. But even so, fucking disgusting behavior from them. And I hope Frank Miller is able to just kind of vacation with his $50 million. Yeah, I hope he does well. Oh, wait, he already is, and none of them are. Ha! Now I understand it. Hooey! Irritating. Really irritating. Let me know what you guys think. Sorry for yelling, but yeah, this is fucking stupid. This is stupid from the word go. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.